Hi everyone, welcome to the Brace Cohort 3 Batch 2 Onboarding and Program Orientation. Now, this is me saying congratulations to all of you that have been selected to take the Brace course for this batch. Congratulations. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing it big later on. So today, it's going to be farming the future, equipping agri-SMEs to thrive and embrace innovation for climate smart impact and environmental resilience. But before we dive into the business of today, let's quickly establish the ground rules. So quickly, there is a language interpretation for this session. And to get into the French room, you should first of all log into the meeting on Zoom and mute audio as you enter. Then click the interpretation button, which is the fourth from the right, and select your preferred language. You will hear the translated audio and the original audio at a lower volume to better understand the tone and intonation of the original speaker. If you wish not to hear the original speaker, please click mute original audio to hear only the interpreters. You must be joined by computer audio or download the Zoom app on your mobile to be able to get this feature on your phone. Thank you so much. And another rule is that please do not send WhatsApp links on the chat for people to join. If we discover that, we may just take you out of this room. So please adhere to these rules and listening in. It's going to be interesting. I promise you, it's going to be very, very interesting for all of us. So quickly, let us establish the agenda. We'll do welcome, which will take the introduction, the post check, and then we'll have the about AFC, which will contain the opening remarks and introduction of AFC. We'll also play an intro video for you, and then we'll have the keynote speech and then group photo with the keynote speakers. After which we'll have the Brace program update, which will have the overview, the journey so far, the application statistics, the components, and the portal walkthrough. After which we'll unveil the Brace participants. I know everybody will be waiting for this session. So after that, we'll have the question and answer alongside the stay connected and the vote of thanks. So yes, let us know if you're excited to be selected to become a Brace participant. How excited are you? Let's see it in the comment section. If you're excited, if you're happy to be a Brace program participant for the third cohort, let us know in the comment section. And also you can just introduce yourself, tell us your name, your agribusiness, and then the country where you hail from. So quickly, we'll have the About African Food Changemakers, and this is going to be taken by the program manager at African Food Changemakers. Her name is Kachi Mwachiko. She's going to take us through what African Food Changemakers is about. Hi, Kachi.
Hi, Patience. How are you
Right.
doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, very well. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I welcome everybody from wherever you're joining, from Northern Africa, Eastern Africa, Southern Africa, West and Central Africa, or even outside of the African continent. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of our founder, Ms. Ndidi Muneli, and the management and board of African Food Changemakers. I welcome the second batch of the 2025 cohort of the Brace participants to this meeting. Today marks the beginning of an important journey, one that requires commitment, innovation, and a shared vision for a more resilient and sustainable agriculture future. Very quickly, I'll be introducing to you what African Food Changemakers is all about and what we do. Now, African Food Changemakers is a non-profit organization committed to nourishing Africa and changing the global narrative about Africa to the rest of the world. We believe that small and medium enterprises are the lifeblood of the food ecosystem. The food security that we seek to achieve in Africa and the rest of the world, sometimes it's not the big players that will help us achieve food security, but small and medium enterprises. And these enterprises are driven by innovative and visionary dynamic entrepreneurs who range from primary producers to aggregators to processors, distributors, financiers, and even cooks and ecosystem enablers. These food change makers, we recognize them whether they are in the farm or they are playing at the table. The entire value chain, we do recognize them as change makers. And oftentimes, those change makers are faced with issues such as lack of access to finance, lack of the knowledge that they need, as well as micro and macroeconomic issues that affect their businesses. And that is where we come in African food change makers. We provide these enterprises with the training, the capacity building they need, with the skills and the market linkages that they need to be able to start and scale their businesses in a sustainable fashion. Next slide, please. And what is our vision at African Food Changemakers? Our vision is to see 1 million of those enterprises on our network transforming food systems and being respected and recognized for their contribution across the globe. And our mission is to empower these enterprises with the exposure, with the trade linkages, with a vibrant community that they need to be able to start and scale their businesses. Next slide, please. And so this is our reach in African food change makers. We have over 145 active users of our hub, people that come to our website every day in search of resources, in search of knowledge. We connect 145,000 people across Africa, and we have hosted over 125 knowledge sharing sessions and still counting. We have on our membership 7,000 of these enterprises, registered enterprises, not just smallholder farmers, but registered enterprises, business owners, 7,000 of them across 49 countries in Africa on our network. And we also have partnership. We have partnership with over 22 global partners. And we have empowered over 15,000 enterprises through our various programs and through our various activities and through our hub. Next slide, please. All right, so it is important to note that African Food Change Makers is a membership organization. As much as we want to empower entrepreneurs and welcome 1 million of them, there is a criteria to be our member. We are primarily a membership organization, and for you to be a member of African Food Change Makers, you have to have a registered business, you have to have a verifiable social media presence, and you should have been in operation for a minimum of 6 months. At least within 6 months, you should have been in operation. We verify that and we welcome you. This is just a snapshot of what our membership hub looks like. But in this hub, we give our enterprises access to markets where they can list their products, connect with buyers, connect with people, even exchange knowledge with their peers. And that is also a very good avenue where we spotlight our agripreneurs. We amplify their products, we amplify their work, and we focus the spotlight on what they do. In addition to this membership hub, next slide, please. In addition to the membership hub, we run dedicated programs, and our programs are designed and packaged interventions that we use to support these enterprises. And we have a couple of these programs currently ongoing, starting with the BRACE program. So the BRACE program is building resilience against climate and environmental shocks. And that is what you are here for today. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the BRACE program, but an overview of it is that this is the program through which we expose our agripreneurs on the impact of climate change on their businesses and help them to come up with strategies to mitigate this exposures to climate change and also help them to build in sustainable practices into their businesses. We also have, please can we put it up in the slide? We also have the Leading African Women in Food Fellowship, which is a fellowship that we use to promote gender equity. We recognize the challenges that women face as they transform the food and agricultural sector. A lot of these women don't have equal access to land, equal access to resources, equal access to opportunities, and their ability to contribute to decision making is also limited. So the Leading African Women in Food Fellowship is that fellowship where we put outstanding women across Africa, about 25 to 30 outstanding women. We look for them across all of Africa, and we put them in this fellowship to motivate each other, and we also use this fellowship to amplify their work. And through this fellowship, we've been able to empower them with public speaking skills to be able to speak to any policymaker about the issues and the challenges women face, and to get commitments to advocate for a change in the issues that women face, and to ensure that more women are included as they continue to transform our food and agricultural sector. And finally, we have our Scaling Export program. So that is the program whereby we build the capacities of our SMEs and provide them with the knowledge, the skills, and the tools that they need to have to be able to assess markets beyond their local markets, to access regional markets across Africa, as well as global markets in North America, in Asia, and also across Europe. And finally, just to mention, the fact that someone has gone through our programs does not make them members of African Food Changemakers. And the fact that you're a member of African Food Changemaker does not make you eligible to go through our programs. But we encourage people to become members of African Food Changemakers, because for us, that is the sustainability strategy. As a business owner, it is important that you continue to upskill your knowledge. And when you upskill your knowledge through our dedicated programs, we expect you to stay in our membership hub and have access to continual professional development that will make you be up to date with the skills, with the knowledge and the tools that you need to scale your businesses. Finally, we exist in African Food Changemakers to change the global narrative. We would not stop until Africa is respected for its contribution in the global food system. And we change narrative through our podcast, through our documentaries, through our stories, so that people will see the amazing work that you do, and to support the work that you do and recognize the contribution that African entrepreneurs make in our global food systems. On that note, I would leave you with a video that tells you a bit more about African food change makers. Thank you very much, and I hand back to you, the moderator.
All right, thank you so much, Kachi. Thank you for taking us through what we do at African Food Chain Makers. But before we get to see the video, let's quickly call on our first keynote speaker, who is going to be talking to us first about the topic for today, which is farming the future. So quickly, I'll share my slide again, and would get to see who our keynote speaker is. All right. Okay, so our first keynote speaker for today is Felipe Arango, the CEO and President of Fairtrade USA. Felipe Arango joined Fairtrade USA as the Chief Operating Officer in December 2023 and now serves as CEO and President. He has spent over 20 years advancing sustainable development in many roles as a social entrepreneur, an activist, and an educator. His experience ranges across coffee, cocoa produce, textiles, and flora. He's also well-versed in environmental and sustainable finance initiatives. Most recently, Felipe served as a technical advisor and pilot lead for the Task Force on Nature-Related Finance Disclosures, where he advanced a global framework for reporting and response on nature-related risks and opportunities aimed at shifting global finance towards nature-positive outcomes. Before his work with the TNFT, Felipe co-founded BSD Consulting, serving as their global CEO for 7 years, launching their operations in Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, and the US, providing knowledge and solutions for sustainable development to major global brands and development agencies. He was a lead auditor, trainer, and consultant at Flowset and Fairtrade International for 8 years. He has partnered with various rural communities, workers, and indigenous people across the Americas to improve their livelihoods. Felipe is based in Colombia and is a proud dad to 2 daughters. He holds bachelor degrees in political science and business administration from Boston University, and he has accreditations from Flowset, Social Accountability International, Global Reporting Initiative, and Integrated Reporting, among others. So with a virtual round of applause, let me see it in the comment section that you're clapping. Let us welcome Felipe Arango to the virtual podium. Hi, Felipe.
Hello, thank you so much. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Great. Well, good morning here from Colombia, and good afternoon or good evening to many of you. It's great to be with you today, Changemakers. Thank you for being here, and enormous gratitude for the invitation to join you today. It is truly an honor, and I have great admiration for what you are all up to. Let me begin with a simple truth. Agriculture is not just Africa's oldest tradition, it is its future. And Africa's future is fundamental for the future of our home planet. But that future is at a crossroads. Across the continent, farmers are facing new extremes. Crops fail not just from drought, also from floods. Seasons are shifting, pests are arriving earlier, soil is degrading. The climate crisis is not tomorrow's problem. It is here. It is now. And yet, another truth rises stronger than all of that. African food entrepreneurs will not be defined by crisis. They will be defined by resilience. That is why we are here. Let's be honest. Climate change is testing every layer of the African food system, but it is also revealing a doorway, because this moment is not just a challenge, it's an invitation to think differently, to design differently, to lead differently, to reinvent systems that are not written in stone, systems that can be changed from the ground up. What if we reimagine systems built not on exploitation, but on fairness? Systems built not on extraction, but on equity, not on short-term gain, but long-term regeneration? That's what Brace is about, and that's what each of you is here to lead. Agriculture is not a monolith. It is not solely governments or multinationals feeding Africa. It's you. As Kachi mentioned, small and medium agribusinesses, or agri-SMEs, are the backbone of the African food system. You're the ones aggregating the cassava, processing the spices, planting the coffee and cocoa resiliently, transforming yams into packaged meals, turning millet into milk, or seaweed into nutrition. And this is happening across 40 plus countries, quietly, boldly, brilliantly. Also, as mentioned before, you are farmers, aggregators, chefs, market makers, processors, storytellers, tech developers. You are women reclaiming visibility in spaces where your work was long made invisible. You are youth rewriting the possibilities of what it means to be a farmer and the potential of farmer communities. You are leaders from indigenous communities turning the invaluable worldview and traditional knowledge of your ancestors into innovation. Agri-SMEs are not a niche. You are the future of food in Africa. And what's extraordinary is how much innovation is already in your hands. I've had the privilege to see entrepreneurs in Africa using solar dehydration to extend shelf life, satellite imagery to enter carbon markets, drones to monitor crops, improved seeds to combat droughts and pests, mobile apps to link rural producers with markets and financial capital, and even banana peels turned into bioplastics. Innovation in Africa doesn't need permission from Silicon Valley. It's already alive in your kitchens, in your gardens, in your labs, and in your streets. And that is one of the approaches I admire about the Brace program. It recognizes this. It doesn't try to solely import answers. It asks, what can we build from here with what we already know, leveraging the potential of our youth, our culture, our biodiversity? That's the key seed of climate smart agriculture. Not just smarter tools, but smarter thinking, adaptive thinking, African thinking. I come to you today not only as a leader in the fair trade movement, but as someone who has spent 25 years walking alongside small farmers, entrepreneurs, and rural workers from Latin America to East Africa. I've seen firsthand how small changes build real resilience. Composting, intercropping, agroforestry, harvest timing, crop rotation, soil restoration, early warning systems. And perhaps most powerfully, and something that is at the heart of the fair trade movement, collective action. Farmer cooperatives pooling risks and resources, farmers and rural workers coming together as protagonists of change. But there's another layer of resilience I wanted to name, and that's you. Agro-entrepreneurs must be resilient not just in practice, but in vision and in life. Because the storms that hit your crops also hit your confidence. The droughts that crack your land can sometimes crack your belief that this work matters, that it is worth it. But resilience means holding steady, getting back up when a harvest fails or when a bold idea doesn't land. It means dreaming again after a loan, a contract, or a grant doesn't fall through. It means being bold enough to imagine a better future and humble enough to build it season by season. Resilience is not just in Africa's soil and its natural capital. It's in your spirit, and it's priceless. Being an agri-entrepreneur is like being a GPS in rural roads. You'll be rerouting a lot, but you'll still be heading forward. The Brace program is here to nurture that spirit and to strengthen the systems around it, to empower very much needed capacities and networks for thousands of enterprises, and soon to be 1 million food enterprises across the African continent. Brace is about a shifting mindset. It doesn't just teach technical skills, it nurtures leaders. It says you don't have to wait for a government program or a global fund. You are the solution you've been waiting for. So what now? Here's my invitation to each of you. First, commit fully. Immerse yourself in this program. Ask the hard questions. Challenge assumptions. Share your story, because your story might be exactly what another entrepreneur needs to hear. Second, collaborate. One of Brace's greatest gifts is its thriving community. Connect across borders. You're not alone in this. Reach out to others. Form coalitions. Build value chains together. Learn from what's working in Ghana and remix it in Kenya. Third, prototype boldly. Not every idea will succeed, and that's okay. This is a season for creative courage and ambitious experimentation, for testing what might just become the next big leap forward in sustainable food systems. And let's be honest, a few glorious experiments that might not make sense yet to your accountant. And finally, own your leadership. You don't have to be perfect, but you must be present, visible, accountable, ethical, and brave. Today's agricultural leader is not only in ministry offices. She's in the field. He's in the processing facility. They're in the co-op, the lab, the marketplace, pulling others up, pushing boundaries, being the ones that keep going forward. Let me leave you with this. Africa does not lack talent. It does not lack ideas. It does not lack courage. What is needed urgently is for all of you to keep showing up, to invest in each other, to recenter food systems around those who actually grow, process, and nourish the continent and the natural resources that define its potential. So let's build systems rooted in fairness. Let's trade not just in goods, but in dignity for people and respect for nature. Let's grow not just food, but futures, collectively, resiliently, brilliantly, as change makers. Enjoy the program. Don't forget to keep dancing, even if the rains do not show up. And I can't wait to see what you build down the road together. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Felipe. Thank you so much for that very beautiful keynote speech. Thank you for all of the encouragement. And you just reminded us that we have so much potential in Africa. And really, thank you for that reminder again and the encouragement again for us to be able to build systems together with resilience and then innovations. Thank you so much. So quickly, we'll go to the next keynote speech. But before we do that, we'll quickly play the African Food Changemakers video for you to see. Please enjoy this video. It will help you understand more about what all of the things that Kachi has talked about in our speech. So quickly, I'll share my screen again and let you enjoy this video.
Hello, my name is Ntiokam, and I've spent most of my adult life trying to change narratives about Africa.
What struck me when I moved to the US was that the face of Africa was a hungry child. I'd go to dinner parties and people would say, oh, my mom used to say, finish your dinner. There's starving children in Biafra or Ethiopia or Eritrea. I'd see, pictures of these starving children in infomercials, in train stations, and it just made me so angry because that was not the face of Africa that I had grown to recognize in my own backyard.
The African food narrative is often misconstrued. What if we told you a different story? What if we showed you how Africa feeds itself and how Africa can feed the world? Meet the African Food Changemakers, a community of entrepreneurs changing the narrative about food in Africa. Watch how they do this through their small and medium-sized enterprises, which we believe are the lifeblood of the food ecosystem in Africa. But then, faced with the devastating impacts of climate change, global and local risks and shocks, and macro and microeconomic challenges, these entrepreneurs struggle to survive. Through training, funding opportunities, exposure, trade linkages, and a vibrant community fostering peer-to-peer collaborations, we're empowering entrepreneurs for global reach and recognition. Our programs and resources support climate resilience and adaptation, business development and entrepreneurship, gender equitable agri-food systems, international trade capacity building, and other key areas. With significant impact made since 2022, we are growing our community one agripreneur at a time and spreading our reach across the continent.
Hi, my name is Ngozi Roland Nonegwonke. I'm the CEO of Sem Foods and Spices.
My name is Bayo Adewoye. I'm co-founder and CEO at GroVesto.
I am Shamaka Wakalo Egemba, also known as Chef Amaka, the queen of Afrofusion.
My success story cannot be complete without AFC. AFC is the way to go. If you're looking for the right network, if you're looking for the organization that will support you, both in capacity building, both in holding your hands.
The PRAISE program has really impacted us in a large way. In the way we work, we actually work with smallholder farmers, and a lot of them are in the rural area. They don't have this understanding. So what we've learned through the PRAISE program, we're now imparting it to the smallholder farmers that we're working with.
There are certain things that I got from the leading African women in food fellowship under the African Food Changemakers. And one of them is the mentorship programs. Indeed, I can't wait to show the world everything that I've learned.
Only AFC can give you that opportunity. Don't miss it.
Join us to be a part of our community and support our vision of 1 million successful and sustainable African agri-businesses recognized and respected globally. African Food Changemakers, nourishing Africa and changing global narratives. Partner with us today.
We need to support small and medium-sized agri-food enterprises by creating an enabling environment for them, providing training, catalytic financing, enabling them to scale. We also need to support women-owned businesses, especially those run by young women. We must collectively build a food ecosystem that works not just for us, but for future generations. Join us.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching that video. Thank you so much. So quickly, we'll go to our next keynote speaker so we don't take too much of our time. So I would like to quickly share the screen again and introduce our keynote speaker, that would quickly encourage us more about the program that we're about to start. This journey we're about to start is actually a very strong one. We need all of the encouragement there is to be able to push through together. So quickly, I would call the next keynote speaker. So yes, the next. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so the next keynote speaker is Mr. Divine Ntiokam. He's the founder and executive director of CSAYN Global. Mr. Divine Ntiokam, the founder and executive director of CSAYN Global, recognizes the critical importance of youth in building a resilient, sustainable, and prosperous agricultural sector in Africa and around the world. This passion led him to establish the Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network Global, GCSAYN, in May 2014. Divine teams in over 100 countries work to raise awareness about climate smart agriculture among young men and women, educating them on the benefits of sustainable practices in increasing agricultural yield and resilience. Alongside his role at GCSAYN, Divine was elected as the African Continental Vice President of Youth in the Livestock, Fisheries, and Aquaculture Incubation Network in July 2018. He was also nominated as one of the Food and Land Use Coalition International Ambassadors in 2018. In addition, Divine is a core member of the Strategic Group on Sustainable Agriculture and Food Systems at the African Europe Foundation. In 2021, he moderated one of the World Food Price Foundation's Global Youth Initiative roundtables. Furthermore, he is an active member of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, Commission on Education and Communication, a member of the Society for the Psychological Study of Social Issues, and served as a judge for the Ohio Academy of Science in supporting the Science Fair 2025 for the city of Columbus and state of Ohio. Divine's entrepreneurial spirit and advocacy for greater inclusivity are well established. His background includes extensive experience in youth mainstreaming, notably coordinating and facilitating the translation of the Sustainable Development Goals into over 60 local languages across Africa and Asia to ensure that no one is left behind. Furthermore, in 2020, the UN Special Envoy to the Food Systems Summit 2021 appointed Divine as one of the champions to help implement the UN Secretary General's vision for the Decade of Action. It's a very beautiful round of applause in the comment section. Let us welcome Mr. Divine Ntiokam to the virtual podium. Mr. Divine, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much indeed for this, impressive session. I want to say that, Felipe, thanks very much for joining this very important segment of discussion. Greetings from Ohio, Columbus, here in the United States. I'm very, very passionate and excited to see brilliant people joining this call, and especially many people before that young people are not involved in agriculture, women are not involved in agriculture, but I said this is actually a true testimony to say that we have a lot of interest. Young people have a lot of interest. We have a lot of interest in agriculture and food systems. So without much ado, my name is Divine Ntiokam. I'm very, very proud to be part of you. I'm very, very happy to listen. After listening to Felipe, I'm not sure I will have a lot to say because it's difficult to speak after such an inspiring person. Yeah, by the way, I'm very, very happy just for two reasons. The first reason is that it's addressing women and young people who are actually the drivers of food system transformation. Where I sit right now with, we are working towards the UN Food System Summit +4, which is a stock taking, which is going to be in Addis Ababa from the 27th to the 29th of July. And we are working tirelessly to make sure that all these young people, SMEs, are fully integrated in the policy-making framework to address the decade of action. And as we move towards the pack of the future, which actually was outcome document from the from the UN Summit of the Future here in New York. I fully believe that with the BRAS program, this is going to be an enabler to ensure that we foster the implementation of this Pact for the Future. Not just that, we have this year, which is actually very, very pivotal, especially at the level of the UN, where we have the 10th year anniversary for the Sustainable Development Goals, which of course, I want to echo here that I was one of those that designed the SDGs in 2012, 2014 with the UN Secretary General's Office, Ban Ki-moon then. And very, very happy that most of you here have actually been very much passionate about the work we're doing at the level of CSOYN. CSOYN being a youth constituency doesn't mean that we are leading what you guys need to do. We are simply coordinating. We are coordinating framework and making sure that what we try to do, we address policy, we try to link, we are the bridge between the smallholder farmers and the policymakers, and as well, the donors. Because CSOYN, for those who don't know, we started in 2014, and in Cameroon, DRC, Nigeria, and Togo. But right now, as we speak, we're in 170 countries across the world. And we decided to move from country coordination to centers of excellence coordination, meaning that working with primary schools, high schools, TVETs, and universities, where they actually host and implement our programs. We have over 75 of them so far across the world. So I just want to say that this session for me, I'm not going to talk much because a lot has been said. All I would just say is to encourage all of you guys to keep doing what you're doing. And this actually addresses SDG 17, which is partnership for the goals, because without partnership, nothing going to happen. And that's why the PPP, that is the private-public partnership, is very, very key. And the BRAS programs actually, ensuring that it's actually known for its worth. So we're going to support what you're doing, the Changemakers program. We're going to keep supporting what you're doing by the grace of God. We're going to make sure that we leverage on your platform to have these interns that we actually waiting from next week or in 2 weeks from now to join your program. We should advocate for them to join your program as massive as possible, because this is really change making. It's really change making, and I'm really, really happy. And I wish to really advise all of us, especially young people, women, never stay out of your dream. What actually will get you succeed is, first of all, identifying your talents, because everybody has a talent, and then next, the skill. I always say, don't focus on your skill, focus on your talents. And to know your talent, to identify your talent, you just need to keep asking God to show your talent. Because when you have your talent, you become an employer. But if you want to live on skills, you're going to be an employee all the time of your life. And you're not going to make it. You're going to be very, very challenging. And complaining has never been a strategy to success. That's why I always say, each and every one of us have a talent. Focus on your talents. Identify your talents. If it's writing, write well. If it's reading, read well. If it's drawing textbooks or drawing cartoons, draw it well. So that you scale up in your domain, because everybody has a unique DNA. So no DNA is identical, meaning that no talent is identical. So if your talent is mobilizing young people, if your talent is mobilizing women, if your talent is building the capacity of youth and women across board, just do that. Just focus on what you're doing. Don't do copywriting. Copywriting will take you nowhere. And complaining will take you nowhere. So that's why really I want to thank America and the team. And I don't know, my sister Egbe wrote as well for the insightful. I watched the video. I really watched the video keenly, and I saw the work you guys are doing. So we are really open to collaboration. And of course, Brass, I just want to stop here because I can talk on and on because I'm passionate about what I'm going to do. Now, the last advice and the last comment I'm going to make to all our friends: believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because even the Bible says that if you don't know Jesus Christ, how do you worship him? So if you don't believe in yourself, we will not believe in you. So first of all, believe in yourself. And believe in yourself means that you have to focus on what you do. Don't be discouraged. Life is full of challenges. Life is full of opportunities, but you have to make yourself successful. Nobody's going to make you successful. You make yourself successful, you're going to have followers. Brass today is having over 600 people on this call because they have proven themselves. They have proven themselves. And if they tell you the story, how they started, you will not believe it. But it's the reality. That's just the reality. Always be passionate. Always be very, very mindful of what you say, because what you say today is going to impact your life tomorrow. Make sure you connect with people. This is a forum where exchange email addresses, exchange phone numbers, exchange website, connect your social media, and make things happen. Let's use social media for productive activities. So that's what I would say. Thank you very much. I don't like talking much because I can talk to you tomorrow. Over.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure many of us have gotten some key takeaways from what you have said. Thank you so much. And for me, you just said that complaining and copywriting has never taken anyone anywhere or has never made anybody achieve success. And that's actually like a key point for me. Thank you so much, sir. So before we continue to brace properly, let's quickly take pictures with our keynote speakers. I'm sure you want to post pictures from today on your social media status and everywhere to say that, yes, I was in the Brace onboarding ceremony and I had Mr. Divine and Felipe there. In case you even travel abroad and you see them anywhere, you're like, oh, I know you from somewhere, and they want to say, oh, I don't know you. Quickly show them this picture. Let them know that, yes, you are met. So please, let's put on our videos, put on our very best smiles, and yes, my team members are on the call taking pictures for us. Thank you, everyone. I can see that most of us have already started putting in our videos. Thank you so much for some smiling faces, beautiful faces I am seeing. Yes, thank you. Thank you for putting on your videos. And I can't wait for also take screenshots of these sessions. And when you post them on social media, please tag us. We really want to celebrate with you. We really want to, comment and say, bravo, you did well and all that. So thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sure enough pictures have been taken from this session. Thank you so much to our two keynote speakers. We appreciate you big time. Thank you for all of the encouragement. Thank you for everything you've said. I'm sure most of us on the call have taken in your advices, your encouragement, and everything that you have said. So thank you so much. So to continue this session, I'll quickly call on the Brace coordinator, the one that have actually been behind all of the arrangement, the planning, for you to be here today, the one that have actually been putting all of the things together. So I would like to invite her to quickly tell us about the Brace program and the journey thus far. Amaka Chime is the program coordinator for the Brace program at African Food Changemakers. So I'm just going to share my screen right now and leave the virtual podium. You are not clapping for the coordinator of Brace. Let's clap for her in the comment section and encourage her, and then let's just show our appreciation to say, yes, we are grateful that you have put up this program, and then we are here to, witness this Brace ceremony. So quickly, Amaka Chime, if you are on the call, I'm going to be leaving this podium for you. Good afternoon, Amaka, are you there?
Good afternoon, Patience. Thank you so much for the work you've done so far. And thanks so much to our speakers. You guys have really done so much justice to this event by charging our participants to embrace climate smart innovations and encouraging them to start doing the work and not just about procrastinations. Thank you so much for the words of encouragement. So I'm here to introduce Brace so that we understand what Brace is all about and get familiar with a lot of things that we do. And of course, you eventually experience all this during the course of your training. So Brace is actually, the full meaning of Brace is building resilience against climate and environmental shocks. It's an intensive capacity development program that supports agri-SMEs like you in the agribusiness landscape to be aware of how your businesses can affect the climate change, and also to enable you develop strategies that will help you adopt and mitigate the impact of climate change through climate smart agricultural adoption, and of course, exposing you to climate finance opportunities. In Brace, we leverage a hybrid experience to engage agripreneurs. We do that through training, mentorship program, live interactive sessions with industry experts, as well as practical applications, whereby we have physical engagements with our alumni. So the Brace program is basically designed to enhance the capacity of 3,000 agri-SMEs, whereby we equip them to build resilience to climate change and establish sustainable agribusinesses. So in a nutshell, our major aim is to make you understand the climate change and its impact on your businesses, and also support you, like I said earlier, develop adaptive strategies to tackle climate-related challenges. Again, help you this to improve your business, which will, of course, tell on your business efficiency, as well as in your job creations. Again, we also, like I said earlier, and allow you to tap into those key opportunities within the wider ecosystem. So for you to be on this call today, you are selected because you are eligible, and some of these key things we look at is that you are an agri-SMEs owner, or you play a key role in the organizations. You are 18 years and above, and your business is being registered in Africa, and you're operating within Africa. So congratulations once more to all of you that is selected for making it, and for you to also know what we've done so far, I'm going to also discuss the journey so far. So for us in Brace, we've been able to, it was launched in 6th April 2023, and so far we've been able to train and graduate 2,284 participants. And again, in these 2,284 participants, we have 100% youth participation and 31% women across 43 major African countries. Over time, we've achieved 85% satisfaction rate from Brace participants. Again, we have a total...
Ces programmes dans les années à venir.
Can you all hear me? Okay, thank you. We have a total of 1,100 participants that have identified and adopted climate smart practices. And these have helped about 824 of them create new jobs. Again, we have 342 participants that attended study visit. Like I said earlier, we usually have physical engagement with our participants. So it doesn't just end in online training. We usually conduct study visits whereby we expose participants to climate smart facilities. And over time, about 342 participants have attended the study visits, and it has been conducted in 9 locations across Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, and Malawi. And we have about 131 female participants also attend the Brace Monitoring and Evaluation Gender Inclusion Workshop in Abuja and Lagos, and it's also a physical training as well. We secure speaking engagement for Brace participants during the United States General Assembly side events. We featured 2 participants in a TV showcase, and over 20 participants were featured in our IG showcase and other AFC social media platforms. Like I said earlier, that we expose participants in funding opportunities. We've been doing justice to that by always sharing funding opportunities with the Brace Alumni Network to support their continued growth and innovations. Again, we also visit our participants as well in their farms, just to understand what they are doing, evaluate their climate smart agricultural practice, and also advise where need be. And we conduct interviews. And we've done this in different locations, both in Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, and Malawi, and about 34 farms has been visited as well. So I will also, in this case, charge you to start adopting those innovations so that when we visit your farm, we'll see so many interesting innovations you are putting in place in your farm. So for the statistics of where we are, on how this application, how you all were selected during the application process, we had 2,351 applications and 2,249 of you were selected using the criteria I've mentioned earlier. And we have 37% are female, while 63% is male. And for disaggregation by agribusiness sector, we have the bulk into crop production, that's 62%. Production, 8% is fishery, and 3% is in forestry. Value chain, we have more population in production, followed by processing and packaging, which is 18%. Again, we have the retail marketing and consumption, which is 10%, aggregation is 3%, and then we have logistics, which is 3%, and others is 3%. From the application, we have our top 10 participants location. From Nigeria, Nigeria have the highest number, followed by Kenya, Malawi, South Africa, Uganda, Ghana, Mali, Democratic Republic of Congo, Tanzania, Rwanda. So this is a call to you as you are being onboarded today. Do well to disseminate the information to more people in your location so we will have more numbers from your country. And now let's go into the program components and expectations from participants. So the first thing after today is that we are going to give you access to the portal, to the learning portal. Some of you have already started receiving the access as well. So once you log in, the first thing that will pop up is the diagnostic tool. This tool helps us to monitor or assess your status, where you are before you start going through BRACE program. We will still do the same assessment at the end of the program, which is the post. This helps us to measure the change that happen over time during the course of this training. So once you log in, you ensure to do the pre-diagnostic tools, and then you start learning. So we complete 6 modules content self-paced in the sense that you can do it within that 6 anytime. You can do it even in the evening after you have finished your daily activities in your farms or your facility or your business. You can as well do it even while you are in your offices, you have free time. So it's a self-paced. However, for each week, we usually have live interactive sessions. Like next week, now we delve into week 1, and we give you all the time to learn in the portal from Sunday to Friday. So Friday, all of us convene in a live interactive session, just like we are doing today. And we're going to invite an industry expert that will deepen our understanding of what we've learned in the portal. And you will have opportunity to ask so many questions, because while you are learning, you watch the videos, but you might drop questions and you might not really have the opportunity to ask your questions. But these live interactive sessions gives you that opportunity to discuss with the industry experts, and even give you opportunity to make suggestions, because nobody knows it all. And it's also an avenue to network with other people, like we are doing today in the chat, trying to put up our profile in the chat group and all of that. So that's what basically the live interactive session is all about. It's an interactive session whereby we give room for people to talk and also give room for an industry expert to explain further what we've all learned in the portal. Again, you also have to submit all assignments designed to help you adopt climate smart practices and transition to a sustainable and resilient agri-businesses. So you need to take the assessment for each module. Please note that for you to graduate, you need to take all these assignments and the assessment. And assessment is actually very compulsory. You need to finish all of them, do the post-diagnostic tool, like I said. That's when you have access to download your certificate. So after you've graduated, you've downloaded your certificate, the next stage is the technical phase. This is where the physical engagement start happening, the technical support. We start having mentorship program whereby you are being matchmade by a mentor that will mentor you. We have a lot of them. We've been doing these programs since 2023. So we have a lot of BRACE alumni that have gone far in terms of adopting climate smart innovations, and they are doing very well, scaling their businesses, producing sustainably, and using less resources because they've been able to adopt to this innovation. So we're going to matchmake you to those entrepreneurs, as well as the industry experts that will guide you, that handhold you to thrive well in your agri-businesses, so that in the next few months, you will be doing well and even start mentoring other people in your community as a champion of BRACE program. And after that, we also do study visit, like I explained earlier. Please also know, for you to enjoy these study visits, mentorship program, and the rest is you need to finish the course. It's very important to us that you finish the course, and you have to get at least 60%, You have to attend a live interactive session at least 60%. So as you're logging into these webinars, these sessions, we are recording your attendance. So you need to also be at the you need to also participate in the live interactive sessions, and you also need to finish and download your certificates. That's what we gain you access to the mentorship program, as well as the study visits. And we have a lot of locations we are looking at going after now. In fact, we are going to South Africa next month. After that, we move to another locations. And if you are not, if you don't finish the course, of course, you will not going to be in the study visit. I mean, it's always very interesting going to these facilities, seeing the innovations, physical side, being learning all these things theoretically, going to the field, expose you to a lot of things. Permit me to, if patients, please go back to the journey so far. There's a picture there in the journey so far, just to buttress on the study visit. No, go back. Exactly. So you can see this is our study visit in Kenya. If you look at this, this place is what's it called? Greenhouse management that has hydroponic systems, and the participants were able to learn so much. In fact, they keep asking questions during these visits. And if you, the picture down there is the M&E workshop that we did in Lagos and also in Abuja. So all these and many more speaking engagements, funding opportunities are what you tend to gain when you're able to finish this course and start adopting climate smart innovations. So next slide, patients. Sorry to take you back. Okay, so we need to also recognize our funders. This program, the BRACE initiative, is being our funder is Co-Foundation, but we have other program partners that also help us implement this project. This program for the Canada Climate Action Africa, London Mills, and as well as Sahel Consulting. So thank you so much, our funders, and thank you so much, program partners, for all the support so far. Next is our BRACE faculty members. So we have a lot, you know, I said earlier during the live interactive session, we usually invite industry experts, entrepreneurial staff done so well when it comes to adopting climate smart agriculture. So in the course of this training, you're going to meet some of them. I'm having a session with you. So I will advise you start mastering their face now. They've really done a good job, and people keep coming back, appreciating the knowledge they've gained from them. And after session, most of them even drop their LinkedIn profile, their number, to continue supporting the BRACE participants. So thank you so much for listening, and I really look out to see all of you during the live interactive sessions. Thank you so much, and over to you, Patience.
Thank you so much, Amaka. Thank you for all of the explanation that you've given. I know so many of you have questions, but don't worry, we're going to give you time to ask your questions as it relates to the BRACE program. But before we continue, I'd like us to quickly play the BRACE introductory video, which gives like an idea of what you're expecting in the portal. Thank you so much.
We are delighted that you have made the critical decision to embark on this exciting learning adventure called BRACE, Building Resilience Against Climate and Environmental Shocks. This program is designed and implemented by African Food Changemakers with the support of the Skoll Foundation. Over the next 6 weeks, you will gain critical insights into the climate change agenda and why it matters to your agribusiness. Every entrepreneur and every employee of an agri-food business must recognize that climate change is one of the biggest challenges facing us as humanity. The agriculture and food sectors are significant contributors to climate change and also face the brunt of its impact on their businesses. Not only does climate change affect temperatures and water levels, but also causes droughts and floods and exacerbates soil degradation. This ultimately affects farmer productivity levels, fosters pest and disease outbreaks, and leads to higher post-harvest spoilage rates and livestock sickness and deaths. in spite of the stark realities, you can play a critical role in mitigating climate change and also ensuring that your business adopts climate-smart practices and enhances its resilience. This is why your decision to embark on this journey with African Food Changemakers is such an important one. It will definitely make an incredible difference in your life and in your agribusiness. Brace yourself for 6 weeks of self-paced learning, virtual live training sessions, and assessments. Our hope at African Food Changemakers is that this program will equip you with the knowledge, skills, and tools to ensure that your business can become more resilient and even thrive in the face of climate change, and that you ultimately become a climate champion. We look forward to riding this exciting adventure with you to build a sustainable future for the African food ecosystem.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you heard in the video that you should brace yourself for some very interesting times in the next 6 weeks. So quickly, we want to announce all of the people that have been selected to participate in the Brace program. I'm sure you'll be excited seeing your face. And this is the time to screenshot, to get like a picture, to get something to post on your social media to say, yes, I am a Brace participant for the 2025 cohort batch soon. So quickly, I'll share my screen again, and then let's see. Okay, so to unveil the participants for the 2025 cohort batch 2, we have the privilege of having our executive chair at African Food Changemakers, is Temitope Adegoroye. So quickly, he is a business leader and agribusiness expert with over 12 years of experience in supporting the key actors in the African agriculture and food ecosystem to build resilient business models to achieve food system sustainability. He is currently the executive chair for African Food Changemakers and the managing partner at Sahel Consulting Agriculture and Nutrition Limited. His deep-seated passion and commendable professional trajectory have earned him a reputation as a seasoned strategist and astute project manager, expertly guiding the company through the complex terrains of client engagement, project execution, and overall strategic direction. Temi is passionate about agriculture and has worked extensively within the food systems in Africa and across a broad range of value chains. Temi holds a Master's of Science in Agronomy from the University of Ibadan, Nigeria, and received his undergraduate degree in Plant Science from the Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria. He also holds an MBA from the Lagos Business School. He is also an alumnus of the Center for African Leaders in Agriculture, CALA. He has completed executive leadership programs at several global institutions, including the IESE Business School and Harvard Kennedy School. So with a round of applause in the comment section, let us welcome the board, the executive chair at African Food Changemakers, as he unveils the participants for the 2025 cohort batch 3. Hi, Temi. Good afternoon, sir.
I think I can speak now.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you very much, Patience, for this very long, bio. Didn't have to read all of that. I want to say thank you to the entire team, the very wonderful, amazing team at African Food Changemakers, and most especially the Brace team for putting this very fantastic event together. And I want to thank you, all the partners. I want to thank Fonda for the opportunity to make this impact. And special thanks to all of you in this meeting, joining us from partner organizations or many of the enthusiasts for the Brace program. I say a big thank you to all of you. I think my job is really very simple, and I don't want to bore you with a lot of rhetoric and statistics about the potential within the African food systems, and of course walking you through all of the various unique experiences that our agribusinesses have and are facing in this landscape, especially in the face of climate change, which is new reality, whether we like it or not. It's something that has come here to stay with us. It has come to live with us. So we definitely have to walk through many of the challenges that climate change poses to businesses, to small scale producers. We all already know all of that. And of course, it's the reason why many of us are very excited about this kind of opportunity. There is no more to say about the Brace program than to say that this is a very important program, and a program that we have seen that have really truly transformed the systems and processes and the ways that many agribusinesses across the continent are now beginning to to change and adjust their operations. And I think Amaka did a very good job trying to dissect the focus of the Brace program, as well as the one that I think gets me a lot excited about the entire scope of the program is really the practical field visit, which I think is really critical, beyond listening to the seasoned experts who are going to be dissecting different aspects of agriculture and how climate change is impacting businesses in agriculture. It's also to see on the ground across various businesses that have led the way and are now pathfinders, helping to show others all over the continent the way to practice sustainable agricultural production and climate smart practices, adoption of climate smart practices to ensure that they can improve different aspects of their agribusinesses. So I would like to implore all of the members of the new cohort of the Brace program to take this as a very important opportunity, and I would like to ask that you please take it seriously, participate, and enjoy every aspect of this program. And from all of the things you've seen in this Unveiling event, this already promises to be a very amazing program, and a program definitely that will be worth your time, the time that you're investing in the process. So thank you so much. Now, after saying all of that, without much ado, I think we can go into the unveiling process proper. Patience, I'm going to need help to proceed to, So I'm very proud and honored to unveil the current batch of the 2025 cohort of the Brace program. This is a very nice nickname or cohort name or class name, as we'll call it, the Green Innovators. From everywhere you are, all over the continent of Africa, I give you a clap myself, and I welcome you officially to the Brace program. Please, as I said, enjoy every bit of this program. It promises to be really amazing and to be worth every bit of your time. Looking forward, of course, to engaging with you more as you continue in this process. and looking forward to seeing and to celebrating your successes all over the continent. Thank you very much, and I'm going to hand it over back to Patience.
Thank you so much, Timmy. Thank you for announcing our new participants. I didn't see you all clapping for yourself in the comment section. You're not happy to see yourself being unveiled by the executive chair at African Food Changemakers. Thank you so much, Timmy. We are really grateful for this, and we do not take it for granted in any way. We hope to see you in one of the live interactive sessions talking to us again. Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely.
So quickly would like to quickly go to the next agenda, which is the portal walkthrough. So we have already announced that the BRACE program is a self-paced learning program where you have to log into a portal and then take some of the courses there, after which you have live interactive sessions. So we want to show you how you'll be able to do that, how you can log into the portal and then start taking the courses on your own, and then also be able to take all of the assessments and then the pre-diagnostic too. So to help us do that, I will invite the web developer at African Food Changemakers, Victory Omoibo, to take us through the portal for BRACE. Hi, Victory.
Hi, Patience. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, please. I can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Temi. Thank you, Maka. So we'll be going over to the portal now here, and we'll be doing all your learning. So let me share my screen. Confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes, Victory, I can see your screen. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you. So the first thing that will be done after this onboarding is we'll send you an email. The email is going to contain your login details. So it will contain your password. Let's continue. So the email that will be sent to you is going to contain a link through which you will be able to sign in. So assuming this is the link sent to me, so I will enter it. So by the time it comes up, this is the page in which you're going to put your login details. So the email that we are going to send to you is going to contain, your password. Then this email is the email you use while registering for the program. Please take note. This email is the email you use while registering for the program. Then the password is going to be sent to you via email after this program. So let's click login. So when you click login, this is the first page that is going to show. So this page contains the detail of the applicant. So for the purpose of this, we are using this very account. So I'll click next so that we can proceed. So up next is the pre-diagnosis tool, which aims to gather some answers from you to know how you know about climate smart practices. So please, you are advised to answer these questions correctly and carefully. If possible, please answer them in one sitting. Don't save and come back, although you can do that. So for this purpose, I've answered these questions to 92%, and I actually saved. Now I'm back to continue. So let's continue. So this question is saying, do you practice water recycling and reuse on your farm? Let me say yes. So, but you are going to answer based on what you are doing. Have you heard of carbon markets, climate functioning, carbon credits? Yes. Next. So I'm done answering all the questions. So the next thing is to continue to the learning portal. So I will click login to learning portal. So once you are done, this page will come up again for you to log in properly to the portal where you'll be seeing all the courses, everything that you'll be learning. So let's proceed. Welcome. So this is the Brace portal where you'll be doing all your learning. So by the time you log in first, this is the page that will show first, welcoming you to the portal, so which is called the dashboard. So at the top section, we have the English and the French. So if it is English that you understand better, please just leave it the way it is. Because you can see that the portal as we just logged in is in English. But if you understand French better, please click on this French here, the French icon at the top. Then it will switch everything on the portal to French, like French version. So let's try it out and see. So you can see that everything on this portal now has been transformed to French. But for me, I understand English better, so I'm going to take it back to English. So we are back. So by the left side, you can see dashboard, you can see modules, you can see assessment history, you can see top scholars, you can see self-help, you can see settings and logout. This is for large screen view. So I will switch to a mobile view so that we'll see how it looks over there. So if I switch to mobile view, this is how it looks. Then if you click on this toggle icon at the top, it will show you all the sidebar, what is the navigation on this sidebar, which is the same as what we saw on the, when it was on the large screen. So I will take it back to large screen that will walk through the remaining. Okay. So by the time you come over here, you see total modules. We have 6 modules. Then we have 39 courses. So by the time you click on this very module that is here, which is the climate change and agriculture, let's click on it. So we have different courses inside these modules. So let's click on the first course, assuming we want to start taking this very course. Please, you are advised to start from the very first course before you can proceed to the next one. You cannot jump to the next course when you are not done with the first one. So let's click on this one here. So it's about to play. So it's already playing already. You can decide to pause. You can increase volume. You can, make use of these tools that are here. Also, very important, you can actually switch to the French version of the video. So if you understand French better, you can switch to French, and by the time you play it, you see that what you're hearing is French, no more English. But if it is English that you understand better, you can switch it back to English.
Bonjour, bienvenue. Je m'appelle Grace et je serai votre navigateur.
All right. So that's for that. So once you are done with this very course, you will now be able to proceed to the next course. Then by the right section here, you can see comments, discussion, course discussion. So if you have any question you want to have a discussion with your co-colleagues that are also taking these courses, please come over to this course discussion part and put your comment there. Then, other participants will come up to and reply you. So that's how this section works. So for this one, you can see other other cohorts, what they have, commented here. So if it's good that you actually come up here and get to know persons that are taking these courses, collaborate and just go ahead and communicate, with yourself using this course discussion tool here. So let's go over to the full module so that we can see all the modules. So these are all the modules. We have a total of 6 modules. So the first one here is the one that you start with. Once you are done, you'll be able to proceed to the very next module. That's how the website is built. Then we move over to the assessment history. So at the end of every course or at the end of every module, you'll be compelled to take an assessment to assess how you understand the course that you have taken. So please do answer the questions correctly, and there is a reward for you at the end. So here on this assessment history, you will see all the assessment that you've taken and the scores will be shown here. There is no result here now because this account we are using, the person have not taken an assessment. So we'll move over to the top scholars. So on this session, if you actually do very well in taking the assessments and also your post-diagnosis tool, if you have a very high score, you'll be captured in this top scholar session. So we'll advise that you put in your best, please, because there's a reward for you at the end. All right, so we'll move over to the next one, which is the self-help. So under this self-help, if you have any issue using this portal, you can come over to this self-help session. So this video here, this introduction gives you overview of everything about this portal. You can play it if you have any issue or you want to have a better understanding of how to use the portal. You can just come here straight to this self-help and play this very video. Then moving on to the pre-diagnosis tool onboarding, which is the one that we have done. So we've done that one before we're able to come in here. So you may decide to still watch it. So the next one is a course module. So this very video will teach you how to go about the courses one after the other. Although going through the courses is very easy, but if you have any issue, along the line, you can come over to this self-help and come to these courses and take this video, and I'm sure your issue will be solved. Then we'll move on to assessment and history. So this aspect now will teach you more everything about assessment, history, and the settings. So that's what this one is all about. So I'm sure by the time you go through all of this, you will not have any issue. But if you do, please, we have this the Brace email at the bottom here, which is brace@afc.org. Please do well to send any issue that you are unable to find after watching this video. So please do well to send it to this email, and definitely we will get back to you and solve your problem. Then moving on to settings. So under this settings page, you will need to upload your image, more like your profile image. Upload it here, then submit it. Then if you wish to change your password, of course we encourage that because we are sending a bulk email to every participant after this program. So we advise that immediately you log in after the pre-diagnosis tool, you come over here and change your password to your personal password that you be able to remember easily. Please remember and do that. All right, so once you are done with that, we are done with this session, then at the top here, we have your name and account settings, and what is remaining is to log out. So when you are done, using the portal, or you want to, go out, you can log out, then come back when you are free to continue taking the courses. I wish you all a happy learning. Congratulations once again, be chosen for this cohort. Congratulations. Over to you, Patience.
Thank you so much, Vitri. Thank you so much for taking us through the portal and how it works. So if you have questions, please raise your hand and then I will call you to, ask your question, and then we'll be very happy to answer them. You can also drop questions in the chat box and take them from there and answer them. So, but before we continue or before we answer questions, I'm sure most of you are not able to take screenshots or take shots of the unveiling when your pictures were shown. So I'll just like us again to quickly show us the video again. And for those of you that would like to take screenshots, this is another opportunity for you to take screenshots of the video and the pictures. So quickly, I would like my team member, my colleague to, roll the drum again. Okay, all right. I think that's all. Thank you. Okay, so we can just keep it rolling on the screen. Please, dear colleague, leave the screen to keep rolling while we try to quickly answer some questions that's already up. Oh, so many hands. Okay, so I saw in the comment section, somebody was asking whether they can get PDF files of all of the materials in the portal. Yes. So we have additional reading materials, which is very much available for your download. So you get to the portal, those additional reading materials, you can just quickly go ahead and download them for keep. But then for the main videos, you cannot download those ones, but you can watch them as many times as possible. And someone also asked, what question did I say? How many weeks does the module take? So it's actually 6 modules and 6 weeks. So we have 1 module per week. We expect that after this onboarding, after this program, we're going to send you a unique login password, which you will use to log in. But I see some people have already done password reset and they are able to log in. That's fine. If you have done password reset and you have been able to log in, please do not try to use the unique password that will be sending to you. It will not work for you. That password you already have is what will work for you. So for those that have not logged in yet, please use the unique password that we're sending to you and log in with it. Just input your email address and your password and you would have it. So yes, please let me quickly allow some people to ask. Patience Kiza Ataliba, please go ahead, unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Patience Kiza Ataliba from Uganda. I'm an agriculture scientist and a climate advocate. My question is, how long is the program? Like after the 6 weeks, does the program end immediately, or there are some other things that happen after the 6 weeks? Like, do we close the program after 6 weeks, or is something else? Thank you.
Okay, so after 6 weeks, the 6th module, the learning session ends, and then we'll now be able to go in transition into the technical phase. So for the technical phase, it's actually region and country by country. So everybody does not have the technical phase at once. So if after the live interactive sessions and everything, you can wait till Brace's technical session or the study visit is happening in your country, and then you would join. But beyond that, we also have the mentoring session, which is for everybody. As long as you are interested and you're done with the 6 weeks, you can register to be mentored, and then we would pair you with a mentor within the Brace program, which you will continue the mentoring session with. But then the mentoring session is also for a period of 3 months, after which maybe with your mentor, you guys can have informal maybe relationship, and then it can go beyond 3 months. Otherwise, it's 3 months for the mentorship session, and then for the live interactive session, which we have started today, it's just going to be 6 weeks. Thank you so much. So there's someone, Anas Mohammed, please go ahead. If you have answered a question that you want to ask, please don't raise your hand again, so that we'll have opportunity to answer everybody's question. Anas Mohammed, please go ahead. So I'm asking you to unmute Anas Mohammed. Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My question goes like this. I'm Anas Mohammed from Nigeria, Niger State per se. So my question is, after the mentorship and every aspect of the program has ended, so what next? What other benefits that are we expecting from this program again?
You don't want to, you want to keep gaining benefits till the end of time. Program has to stop somewhere. But then the very unique benefits to this is that we want everybody to join the African Food Changemakers Network. So when you join the community, there are so many other benefits. We'll be telling you about the African Food Changemakers in the coming weeks during the live interactive session, and explaining all of the benefits that you stand to gain as a member of the African Food Changemakers. So beyond just the Brace program, there is the membership hub where you gain so much from, and which we always encourage our participants to be a part of, because that's where you get most of the benefits from all of the programs at African Food Changemakers. Thank you so much. So Gifty's iPhone. Okay, Gifty's iPhone. Please go ahead. Please let's rename ourselves to our actual name, so that we'll be able to document attendance for you. Gifty's iPhone. Please go ahead.
Hi, Patience. Thank you very much. Good evening from Ghana. My name is Gifty Manye. On social media, I'm known as the Ghanaian farmer. So basically, my questions is around how easy or smooth is it for, a new entrant to access the learning portal? Because for me, I was thinking there's going to be a facilitator, and then it will be an interactive session. But since it's going to be left to us by ourselves to log to the platform and then maneuver our way about it, how easy is that going to be for us?
Okay, so from what you have seen with the portal walkthrough, the only thing that you need to do is to just put your email address and then the login password that will send to you, and just click on login, and then the portal will be open to you. So beyond just that portal, which you have always explained, there is the live interactive session. So if you are able to log into the portal and then you have done module 1, there is going to be live interactive session for module 1. So everything that you have learned in that module 1 will be discussed during the session. As you have gone through the portal, if you have questions or you have something in the portal that you have seen that is strange to you, or you have questions on, during the live interactive session, will allow you the opportunity to ask our industry experts that will explain all of those to you. So we are not leaving you alone to just the portal. We have the portal as well as the live interactive session. So if you have taken the learnings in the portal, you will now come back to take the live interactive session. So to be able to have like a balanced learning, you during the live interactive session, you're able to ask questions, and then both questions that bothers your business and the ones that you experience from the portal as well. Thank you so much for asking that question. So Rie, I'm seeing Rie. You see, where if that's not your real name, please rename yourself so that we'll be able to take attendance for you. So in the coming days for the live interactive session, attendance is actually very important. So when you're logging in, you need to be able to put your real name, the name that you applied with, so that we can take attendance for you. Ria, if you are there, please go ahead. Ria, oh, is it Ria or Ria? Whichever way, please, I'm asking you to unmute and ask your question. We've got so many hands. Okay, if Ria is not available, Mohammed Ibrahim Abdullahi, please go ahead. Mohammed Ibrahim Abdullahi, if you are there, please go ahead and speak.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, please. Can hear you.
Yeah, I have two questions, and I think you have answered the one. So the other one is, how can I going to log into the portal to access the modules, please?
Oh, okay. That's actually very important question. So after this program, we're going to send you an email that contains the link, the login link, and as well as the password, so that you're able to log into the portal. So you click on that link, you put in your email address, and then put in the password that we have sent to you. But if you want to change your password, you don't want to use the password we are sending to you, which is the default password, you can just click on password reset, and then you'll be able to get a new password for yourself. But we're going to be sending you a unique password that you use to log in just after the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So Joel Apora, please go ahead. I'm asking you to unmute, Joel. Okay, Moses Kaponda, please unmute and ask your question.
Good evening.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, I have one question. Actually, my question is because there was a breaking of the network, but maybe you have already explained it, but I want to understand this thing. So, for example, there's that say where the introduction was coming, they were introducing and saying that there's a village where it's like the membership. I want to understand that kind of membership, being a member of the braces, does it mean you need to pay like, so there's a fee or there's no fee? I want to know about that. And also, how do you actually facilitate from where you are so that you can be knowing that your incubates, they are really working on the ground and what is happening? What are the visit or the schedules have you arranged? They can be a progress.
Sorry, I stopped hearing you at some point. You say, how do we facilitate from where we are to do it?
Okay, well, how do you facilitate so that you can know that your incubates are real change makers that are doing it real on the ground? How do you manage to work the hand in hand after the cohort so that you can be in touch with them?
Okay.
Thank you.
So for the next 6 weeks, we're going to be together on this platform. We're going to be sending you links for you to be able to join our live interactive session on Zoom every Friday, just like we're doing today. Next week, Friday, we're going to have live interactive session where we'll all come together, and then we'll all actually discuss the first module, which is module 1. And then we'll have an industry expert that will come speak with us and others. So we'll continue to relate with you. And then beyond that, we also have our network everywhere where we have the African Food Changemakers community, and we have ambassadors in almost every country in Africa, which at the end of the day, if you have a problem, you can, or you have any challenge, you can reach out to them, and then that's where they're able to work with you. So there's always that networking. That's why we've always asked that you join the African Food Changemakers network. So the African Food Changemakers is not a physical community. It's actually like a global community where it's a networking community where we're able to help each other with networking opportunities, with funding opportunities, all manner of opportunities within the agricultural landscape. So that's actually what the African Food Chain Makers community is, not a physical community somewhere. Thank you. Ahmad Sani Kusada, please go ahead. Ahmad Sani Kusada, Please go ahead. Okay. Basambo, please go ahead and ask your question. Please, if we have answered your question, please don't raise your hand again so that we're able to take more questions, as many questions as possible. We'll have a very limited time. So Basambo, please go ahead.
Good evening.
Please go ahead. I can hear you.
Good evening. My name is Nuruddin Idris Basambo from Gombe State, in Nigeria. Yeah, my question is that I want to know whether at least if there is any means that you people have set on the ground, which will at least help us to attend all these courses. You know how things are. I mean, at least like supporting us with even data in order to be online and also be able to go on with all these modules that we have in this within 6 weeks time. That is my
Okay,
question.
all right, thank you so much. So if I understand what you have asked, you're asking whether we have data stipend for you to be able to take the course. So like the coordinator explained during our session, she actually said that the BRACE program is actually a $1,000 worth program, which we are bringing for you for free. So we expect that for data, you're able to, use your data to participate in the BRACE course on your own, and then be able to accrue all of the benefits thereafter from the BRACE program beyond just the data. So we do not have like a data stipend for participants for this course or this program. Thank you so much. Say what, please go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much to BRACE for putting this together. Eti from Ethiopia. Very happy to meet everybody. I have a question on the content of the modules. Just at a first glance, I couldn't see it, but are we going to be placing any focus on developing innovations or enabling the ideation of innovations within climate change? Understanding, of course, there's the content around being adaptive and resilient. However, I think to stay in line with funding opportunities or the trends, it might be helpful to be able to work with experts to know what innovations can possibly take place in our relative businesses.
Okay, yes. So that's actually the essence of the mentoring session, where you're able to relate with other industry experts as well as other BRACE participants that have gone beyond, that have done so much, and that have also implemented the BRACE innovations, which we have talked about in time past, and as well as the climate innovations that are existing. So we already have people that have in time past gone through the BRACE program, and they have started implementing some of these innovations, and also some other industry experts. So that is the essence of the mentoring session, to be able to pair you with some of these people to see all of the existing innovations firsthand, to be able to work with them. And then, because we understand that if you're able to work, somebody is able to unload you, you actually go faster than the entire learning system, where you come to learn, everybody is talking, and some people do not even have the opportunity to ask questions during the live session. So with all of the mentoring session, you're able to, somebody is able to unload you and walk you through some of these innovations. Thank you so much. Ogbonna Nnemeka, please go ahead. Please, if we have answered, want to ask, don't raise your hand. Thank you. Ogbonna Nnemeka, please go ahead. Okay, if Ogbonna is not there, Yaya Kamara, please go ahead.
Bonsoir tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Ok, ma question est la suivante. Concernant les voyages de terrain, les visites de terrain, par exemple les voyages, voilà, les processus se feront comment? Comment va se procéder la sélection des personnes qui vont aller visiter les différents terrains, visiter les différentes entreprises?
Okay, all right, thank you. So Drissa is our interpreter for the session. So please, can you help us understand what Yaya Kamara said, and then we'll be able to answer the question. So while we wait for Drissa, Maureen, please go ahead.
Hi everyone from Kenya. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, please.
So my question is about those who are service providers, like people who are helping the farmers to acquire certification. So when we go to the next step, which is practical, or you said it's mentorship and practicals, if I got that well. What happens to those who are not real farmers per se, but they are working with the farmers? I hope it's clear.
Okay. Yes, so we also have people within our space and our network that are also enthusiasts and narrative changers like you, and then we'll pair you with those people. So it's actually very easy. We're going to pair you based on your value chain and the actual setup you're working with someone that's already there. So Amogelang, please go ahead. Please, if you can also drop your question in the comment section, it will also help us because we have less than 3 minutes to end the score. Thank you. Amogelang, please go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I am all right. How are you? Yes, please go ahead.
I am good. It's Amukhelang from South Africa here. I was asking, I didn't hear clearly what the lady said. What you guys were hosting next month in South Africa. Can I just get that? And another thing, I saw when I logged into the Brace website, when you get into that part of the funding, you are required to have a website. But in my case, the website, not a website per se, but a social media account. So in my case, I advertise my business on my personal account, on my personal Facebook account, for example. How do you then work around it? Do you then put in your personal account there? Because I don't have a business account for social media. I advertise mine on my social one. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So next month, we are going to be having the Brace study visit in South Africa. That's actually what she talked about earlier. So the Brace study visit is going to be happening next in South Africa. We've gone to many other countries, like she explained, and then the next is South Africa. So by next month, we expect that you must have completed the 6 months, 6 weeks, sorry, 6 weeks of the module, and then you've downloaded your certificate so that you're able to join the study visit in South Africa. So for the social media link, one of the reasons why we ask you for it is because we want to tag you when we post about the Brace program and the unveiling of participants and all that. So that's actually why we ask for your social media handle. So if you're able to drop your personal link, it means we will tag your personal link, and that is the essence. Thank you so much. Oh my God, 2 more questions and we're done. I'm sorry. So for all of the people that are not able to ask their question today, you can ask any of us in the already existing WhatsApp group where we have team members, Brace team as admin. So you can just click on ask any of the Brace team members, which are the admins of the group, and then they will answer whatever question that you have. And also, we're going to open up the group after today, like I've explained before. We'll open up the group for you to network and interact with each other. And then next week, Monday, we'll close it again just for you to not be able to miss the announcements that will be bringing your away next week. So by weekend, we open it. During the week, we'll close it so that you'll be able to get all of the information. Please and please, if we're not able to answer your question now, ask us and then we'll answer you. And then during the live interactive sessions in subsequent weeks, we'll give you the opportunity to be able to ask questions. So I'll just take one more question and we're done. Mansour Aliyu Gamawa, please. You're the lucky last person. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening, all. Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Yes, my questions are about the practical that you are talking that we are going. Number one, the registration. Are we going to register with you or the government of our country? Secondly,
okay, that's
Okay,
okay. If that's
Secondly,
the question, please go ahead.
Secondly, I did not see my picture on the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So sorry that I didn't see your pictures on the pictures, but then maybe when we post it in the on social media, I'll tag you, you'll be able to see your own and repost for other people as well. So for the study visit, you do not need to do any form of registration with your country or anything, because we already in our portal, we have already accepted you into this program. And you have downloaded your certificate. So like has been explained before, you need to have completed the BRACE program for you to have opportunity to go for any of the study visits. So once you have completed the BRACE program, it means we already have you in our system. So we would just reach out to you. You do not need to do any form of registration. So how do I join the WhatsApp group? So the link to the WhatsApp group have been sent to everyone on email. We'll send it again so that those that have not joined will join and all that. So I'm trying to quickly read the questions. Okay, my team members have answered most of the questions that you asked in the comment section. So thank you so much, everyone. So for next steps, let me quickly tell you the next steps before we move on to call it a day. So for next steps, we have the sorry, I'm trying to get us there. Oh. Okay, so for next steps, we have that you use the default password and link to access the BRACE portal. Is actually very important. We are going to send you the BRACE link after this session, as well as the default password. Please use it to access the portal. And once you access the portal, complete the pre-diagnostic tool, and that is the only way you can gain access to Module 1. So start the Module 1 course, and we'll be discussing Module 1 on the 30th of May 2025, which is next week Friday. We'll send you the link to be able to join the session next week Friday, and then we'll discuss this session. Please check your email regularly for emails from us. We'll always send you emails, and we'll also engage you through the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, everyone. Please join our community of entrepreneurs from over 37 countries in Africa. Follow us on our social media pages. Share your feedback on ways we can improve and serve you better, which is actually very important to us. Please keep sharing feedback with us so that we can keep modifying the BRACE program and keep getting better. And you already know our email address. It's brace@afchub.org. Please, you can reach out to us via that email and also communicate with the admins in the WhatsApp group who are always available to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this call. Thank you so much for being a part of the BRACE program, for even applying in the first place and coming for this onboarding. We appreciate you, and do have a good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you're joining from. My name is Patience Primo. I am the BRACE Program Officer. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you. Have a nice day.
For coming.
A very
Bye
big
bye.
bye.
Forget from Nigeria.
Thanks so much.